Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and just a little reminder at the end of this, please leave a comment what you think. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Today we are doing, it's review day, and today we're going to review a meal called, sold by Coles here, and it's called Coles Eat Well Range, and it's called chicken Tikka Masala with jilled rice and broccoli. Well, sounds yummo. Apparently it comes in the weight, or they suggest the weight that's in this is 365 grams with an E following it. So I don't know what the E means, but the ME on Googled it, and when you do the Google says to me, on foods, the E symbol is used to ensure the consumer is fully aware that the weight is compliant within the weights and measures regulations of 2006. Basically, the weight on the packet is within a small margin of inaccuracy. Well, there you go. Who would have thought? I mean, scales just weigh, don't they? But anyway, when you take the cover off, and that's what you get. To me, that looks pretty good. Pretty full. I did pick it up on the cheap, because you can see, there's the markdown sticker. I picked it up for $4.97 as opposed to the full retail price is $9.95. Anyway, moving on. So, it has chicken in it, as we said. Now, how to cook and enjoy? Well, it's pretty simple. You stick in the microwave, 1000-watt microwave for 4 minutes, and then let it rest for 1 minute afterwards. And it says when you go to cook it, you take it out of its sheet, leaving it in that, and it doesn't say anything about no need to pierce the film, which will expand during the heat. After cooking, remove the tray using the plate. Check the food is piping hot, allow it to stand for a minute, and then serve. Well, that's what we're about to do. Anyway, so I am confused a little bit because it does say here the ingredients includes charcoal grilled tandoori chicken breast at 30%, RSPCA approved chicken breast 90%. So that's just a bit peculiar. But anyway, we will end up saying when I disseminate it, we will see. Anyway, and well, we're about to do that. Anyway, the first step, we'll put this in the microwave and open up, put it in there and close the door. In my 1000-watt microwave, we press 4 minutes and then start. And we will come back and check it. Now, that was a long 4 minutes, but I must admit, while I was doing the cooking, you could hear it go pop, pop, pop. So, anyway, as I said before, I usually use a cutting board to get the food out, so I've got more control and it doesn't burn. Now I'll weigh the contents, but before I do that, I'm going to take it out of this plastic thingamajiggy. So, take its plastic off, feels nice and good. Yeah, it's all cooked. Now, just to make sure that you that there's nothing up my sleeve and I don't pull any tricks, I'll just bend the camera down and you can see me weighing the contents. First off, I turn the machine on. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's 0. So the chicken, which I'm about to take up, there's one piece of chicken, and then another piece, and there's another piece, and I'll just make sure, oh, that's another piece. Well, that's 4 pieces of chicken. That's 5 pieces of chicken. Well, 4 and a bit, whatever. Maybe that's the other bit to that one. So that weighs in at 103 grams just for the chook alone, which is a bit more. If you recall, in a previous video I did Dominic, when in actual fact it's pronounced Dynamic Meals, which was roast chicken. And what do they weigh in? They were best that weighed in was at 61 grams. This one weighs in 103. Wow! So now, to measure what the actual contents is, which is the rice and the broccoli. So I'll just tip this into there, and it's not going to give us a perfect weight, so per se. So that's going to give us, so that's 231 grams, and adding the chicken, that's 350. Well, that's pretty good when you stop to think about it. All right, before I start tasting this, the kilojoules, or the calories per serve of this 350 gram meal is 424 calories, or 1,770 kilobells, dangles, kilojangles, whatever. So as you can see, I measured the meat up.
What's wrong with you?
The ingredients. There was nothing up my sleeve, and so we ended up with a pretty honest weight. In comparison, I think they're doing better than Dine and Mick. However, phenol with salt, sodium's 803. The sugars is only 4.7, which is not too bad. Dietary fibre total is 11.7. Protein is 32.9, and the carbohydrates is 48.5. So it doesn't seem to be like a bad meal. Well, so far I'm pretty impressed, or reasonably impressed. Well, let's see what the taste test does. So now we'll taste the chicken. Yeah, I'll go. Well, not bad. I mean, I didn't cook the meal, but they did. The chicken isn't dry. You can taste the masala. It's not stringy. Certainly tastes like it's breast, and looks like it's breast too. Yeah, it's quite tasty. Even the second piece, that wasn't bad. I mean, it's got masala, right? Which is not one of my favourite things I eat. All right, let's have. We got a piece of broccoli. Yeah. Right, I'll get a bit of broccoli here. Sort of soft. It's, well, within its limits. I mean, broccoli can be a bit odd. It's not going to keep its crunchy self. Certainly is a pre-made meal. But, yeah, broccoli tastes alright. Well, yeah. Now also I've got to mention, there is a warning that does come with this meal. It says, warning, despite careful inspection, some bones may remain. So far I haven't found any bones. Certainly wasn't any bones in that chicken. Now going for the rice. Oh, found a bit more chicken. Wow. Yeah, just tastes like normal rice. Yeah, with masala. I mean, yeah. I mean, nothing new. It tastes all right. I mean, it's all right. And look, in all fairness, it's a meal at $9.95 retail, and it's a 350 gram meal as I weighed it up, and obviously that'll differ from one meal to another. It has got a little symbol in there that says that the spice in it's mild. I don't know, what, yeah, honestly, as a meal, it's not too bad. I still maintain these meals, well, I suppose you could live on it if you wanted to. $9.95. Oh, it's not a cheap meal. It's not overpriced either, but it's reasonably priced. Certainly the value that's been in this today was pretty good. And I would say, it comes down to the category like several of the other meals, the other pre-cooked meals I bought from Coles and Woolies. Be a great for coming home, you're running late, or you've had a big day and you really don't want to feel like cooking, fine. Or you've got to rush out, you need a stopgap till you have dinner at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So while you're putting your shoes on, doing your laces up, putting your makeup on, straightening your hair, and making yourself look even more beautiful in the mirror, yeah, ideal. You won't get fat on it. And in fact, if you did, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised, but don't quote me on it, that if you had these 350 gram meals from Eat Well fairly regularly, you probably could lose weight because it's preset. It's just a set weight meal, and certainly the carbs and the protein suggest that, and also so does the kilojoules. So really, I suppose you could eat 4 of these meals, 4 maybe 5 of these meals a day, and you'd be done and dusted. It'd be all good. So I'm just going to bit more of this rice. Yeah, I mean, that's all right. I mean, the rice was it is nice. I mean, and it's got some, looks like capsicum in it. No idea what that is. Oh, there'd be a, one of those beans. Oh, yeah, one of those beans. They're not my cup of tea. Daughter loves them, but I don't. It's got another bean in it. Yeah, look, you know, yeah, it's good. So as a meal, yes, I don't think doesn't appear to be any, how would you say, miscorrelation with weights in it. The meal tastes nice, although it's got masala with it, which is not exactly one of my cup of teas, but however, for the $9.95, as far as I'm concerned, the meal's pretty good. Certainly got weight for value. I'd be looking out for them when they mark them down. Like I just said before, you know, but marked down, I was down at $4.97. So that makes, you see that there? Yeah, $4.97. So that makes it a really cheap meal. And they do get marked down in Coles, because unless it's a really popular meal, I'd say it's not unpopular, but it's not as popular as others. Anyway, it got close to its use by date, so they marked it down, so I grabbed it to be able to do this review. And I certainly got into it. It comes in a good plastic container, and had plenty of chicken, had plenty of rice, plenty of broccoli. That went chintzy on the product. So, will I vote on it? Would I recommend it? Yes, I'll recommend it. And the vote, it certainly gets 2 for volume. And the taste, get another 2 at least. And pricing, I'll give it another 2. That's 6. And overall, the overall taste, the overall presentation, all of that, I will give it a 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's a good meal. I recommend it. You people, tell Coles that Paul sent you. Not that they'll remember me, but anyway. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice meal. Certainly, it's certainly not authentic, I'll give you that. But, yeah, it's a mass-produced meal from Coles. And from their Eat Well selection, which is apparently a new product that's gone into the fridge there at Coles. All right, thank you folks for watching. Please let me know what you think, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. If you don't like, fine, hit the don't like button, but at least if there's anything you don't like, please tell me in the comment. Any further questions and all that relevant details you'll find down below in the comment section, and enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe, and look forward to seeing you next time.